Hello and welcome to SmackDown. This is Posman bringing you the second week of SmackDown's Universe Mode, and this is the second week of March Madness matchups here between R-Truth and Kane. Now one of these two competitors will go on to the second round and will face off against the winner of our second match of the night, and that will include David Otunga versus Kofi Kingston. R-Truth getting sent to the opposite corner. Kane here, a very daunting figure, especially when compared against someone like R-Truth, who isn't exactly one of the tallest figures on the roster. And it seems to be on his advantage here, as Kane has taken a lot of damage to R-Truth in the early goings of this matchup. But R-Truth getting an opportunity here for some damage, as he does a nice drop kick to take Kane down on to the mat. Taking the big guy off his feet is no small feat. And that was a intended pun, as we see Kane now able to get a counter now and get the advantage back in his corner. Now, last week we had two matches of the March Madness tournament. Both Rhodes brothers were the victors of that, and we will be seeing both Cody and Goldust face off against each other next week. It seems like a nice head drag takedown there by R-Truth, as he might go for a big move here onto Kane, as he go for that what's up leg drop, as he does a nice leg drop onto Kane. Might go for another leg drop here. A nice double series of leg drops there. Now going to pick up Kane. Might look for a big move here, as he's going to grab Kane and do a, I believe that he calls that the little Jimmy, as he takes Kane down. Kane able to roll out of the way of that kick, as he gets R-Truth into that corner now, and Kane going to go for some big damage here, even though R-Truth able to apply his signature and finisher there, as he takes Kane down to the mat with that arm drag. Armbar takedown, rather, as he now grabs Kane, as he picks up. Oh my, that is a lot of strength coming in from R-Truth. There's a comeback coming in from Kane. He tries to grab R-Truth. He's going to send him in the corner here, as you see a nice clothesline out of the corner. And another clothesline in the opposite corner, almost destroying the ref here. Sidewalk slam, classic Kane, as now he might go for another big move here, as he picks up R-Truth, as he does a choke slam. Oh, no, it's just a choke on the bottom of the mat. Will R-Truth be able to get out of this situation, as Kane is just choking R-Truth here on the bottom of the mat here, as he lets it go. The ref lets, Kane lets him go, as it looked like he just went for a choke slam, but R-Truth now going to grab Kane, put him up against the ropes. We've seen a couple of big apron maneuvers here in the past few weeks. See a nice drop kick from R-Truth as he goes to the outside. Now with Kane, will he be looking for any sort of weapons here? Of course, they are not allowed in this matchup. If R-Truth uses any sort of weapon, he will be disqualified here. He's going to use Kane's own moves against him with a nice choke there. Although we do have two matches later tonight that are Falls Count Anywhere. We have Brie Bella versus AJ Lee, and then Jimmy Uso versus Bad News Barrett. Goes for pin 1, 2, 3. That second little Jimmy gets the win for R-Truth.
Here is your winner, R-Truth.
He gets a big victory here tonight. Love him or hate him, that was an incredible match.
Here we have the last of our March Madness matchups. We have Kofi Kingston and David Otunga squaring up right inside the ring. The winner of this match will go on to face R-Truth, who won our opening match of the night against Kane, and a big victory for him. As you see a tie-up here, Kofi gonna try and get the advantage on David Otunga. David has not had a huge amount of matchups here, but won a triple threat matchup with, I believe it was Alex Riley and Zack Ryder right before we started this Universe mode, and he got himself one of the last spots in this SmackDown part of the March Madness tournament. Now, of course, each individual brand has their own 8 wrestlers that went on to the first round of the tournament, and eventually they're going to face off against each other at the end of the bracket, and only one man will go on to face Hollywood Hulk Hogan for his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. See a nice neck breaker from David Otunga. As you see, Kofi Kingston now going to be able to get it almost looked like a counter, but David also able to get a counter there again. And now that move that Kofi was looking for, that head drag takedown, as you see a nice knee right into the face. A lot of elevation from Kofi Kingston as he's able to get a lot of height as he jumps over David Otunga for a nice swinging neck breaker. There we get a nice kick to the lower back as Kofi seems to have the advantage now. We get a counter sending David Otunga down to the mat. Kofi Kingston's tag team partner, part of New Day, Big E Langston, had a big victory last week as he defeated Bad News Barrett. We'll be seeing Bad News Barrett later tonight face off against Jimmy Uso. As you see a nice slam from David Otunga sending Kofi down onto the mat. Let's see a big knee, and now David Otunga has the advantage in this matchup. Headlock applied, but able to be countered here is Kofi Kingston for a nice leg sweep takedown. As we're going to do a nice springboard Kofi with the high-flying moves, not also called high-risk moves there, as it risk did not work out. It looks like there might be some sort of finisher here. As you see a big slam from David Otunga. Will he go for a pin now? Yes, he does. 1, 2. Only a 2 count as Kofi able to kick out there. He might get slammed again. Big scoop slam from David Otunga. As now he picks up Kofi again. Might go for another big power move here. He gets a headlock applied. Gonna drag Kofi over against the ropes here. We saw R-Truth with a nice drop kick over the top rope. What does David Otunga plan here? Is he's gonna go out to the apron here? It seems we've seen these a lot this week as we see a DDT on the apron, slamming the head of Kofi Kingston against the mat. Kofi Kingston now gonna get picked up here by David Otunga. And that huge scoop slam once again, this time on the barely padded concrete. As Kofi looking very dazed now, David Otunga throwing him into the mat, or into the ring rather, with an elbow to the face. Otunga now going to take his way into the ring, perhaps going to try and go for a pin. But Kofi Kingston jumping up, a little bit of a kick up, counter into a jawbreaker, and go for a comeback maneuver. A nice chop to the chest, a drop kick, and a nice, it looked like a clothesline there, a jumping clothesline, but David Otunga right back at it, but able to get countered again with another jawbreaker right to the face of David Otunga. But Kofi can't seem to string together these advantages, and David keeps getting slight advantages here. He goes for the 2 and the 3, not quite as Kofi able to kick out there, just barely. Kofi is in trouble here. He has to look for a big maneuver now. He's looking very dazed, especially after that big shot. Another scoop, lift, slam here from David Otunga. Third time here. Will he go for a pin now? He looks very tired. He's going to go for the pin on Kofi Kingston. 1. Oh, I believe that was a rope break there, as the ref did not allow the count to go on very quickly. You see Kofi Kingston getting dragged to the center of the ring now. David Otunga going to look for a big move here to try and put away Kofi Kingston. Couple of big shots to the face might do some help, but he was looking for a finisher there, but he goes for the pin with a 2, only a 2 count. Is Kofi able to kick out there? Will he go for his finisher now? Another big shot to the face. He's got him up against the ropes, and he's going to do a nice choke with that ropes, sending him down to the mat. Might go for another pin here. No, going to mount him on top of him and go some big strikes to the face of Kofi Kingston. Now going to go for the pin. 1, 2. Kofi Kingston still able to kick out there. Kofi with a counter. The big kick to the gut. This might be his opportunity, but David able to counter right away with a knee to the face. It looks like he's very tired here. He's put a lot of offense onto Kofi Kingston. He goes to the pin. It's a 2. It's not quite a 3. I thought it was going to be a 3. David has been so close with so many of these opportunities. Otunga not quite able to get there, as we see that nice neck breaker there that Kofi won the United States title with, I believe. As you see David Otunga get flipped around here. Oh my God, trouble in paradise. from that big kick. As you see a 1, 2, 3. Kofi Kingston turning around at the last minute.
Here is your winner, Kofi Kingston.
Absolutely amazing. We knew he felt he had to win this one tonight. I mean, there's absolutely no way to underscore how big this victory is. Perhaps the biggest in his life.
Here we have Brie Bella versus AJ Lee's first some Divas competition. Brie Bella, our Divas champion here, with a very good showing last week, actually defeating the former champion Naomi. As you see a nice suplex from AJ Lee. Brie Bella has been having a good series of matches ever since her victory over Naomi for that title a few weeks ago. As you now see Brie sent to the corner here. AJ having her eyes set on the title here, had herself by ringside here last week when Brie had her dominant victory over Naomi. You see AJ now going to get put up in the ring against Brie Bella. You gotta wonder who will be able to be victorious in this matchup. This matchup is a falls count anywhere matchup. They will be able to get pinfalls outside the ring, and I believe normally there are no disqualifications in this particular matchup if they wish to use any sort of weapons. The main event of tonight, Jimmy Uso versus Bad News Barrett, is also a falls count anywhere matchup, as we see a head drag takedown into a low drop kick from Brie Bella. As you see a nice leg drop onto the throat of AJ Lee. Brie might be looking for a big maneuver coming up here. You see a headlock applied, counter by AJ Lee. Is AJ going to try and get her own advantage in this matchup? Kick to the gut. We got to pick up now. Another head drag of her own. It's a nice snapmare. As we're going to get a pick up here by AJ. Going to go for a big suplex here. Nice suplex by AJ Lee, showing the strength of the former Divas champion. As we see a nice bridged suplex. Could have possibly bridged that into a pin there by Brie Bella and would have done a lot of damage. Possibly got a win there, but not electing to. Actually going to go for this reverse suplex as he sends AJ into her face. As now stalking AJ Lee. He's got her down on the mat. Going to go for a one-legged Boston Crab here, as she's got AJ Lee in that position there. I believe this is how she won last week. Don't quite recall, but the ref lets it go as she does not quit, and Brie Bella releases it. Nice takedown there by AJ Lee, able to get the advantage back in her corner as she drags Brie Bella to the center of the ring. What's AJ going to look for here? It looks like another one of those snapmares as she takes Brie down onto the mat once again. Oh, a kick to the crotch by Brie Bella. Not exactly the most effective move against a woman, but it's still going to hurt as we see that Brie mode onto AJ Lee for the 2 and the 3. Divas champion wins.
Here is your winner, Brie Bella.
An emotional victory here tonight. Man, oh man, what a battle! What's going on here? It looks like there's a little confusion about who's going to start things out here.
Here we have Santino, Morello, and El Torito facing off against Torito's own very good friends, Los Matadores, Diego and Fernando. As you see, Santino Morello starting out this match, not trusting El Torito to start out the match against his own very good friends and potential tag team partners. As El Torito is normally with Los Matadores, we see him on the opposite side of the ring here tonight. As we see a big suplex coming in from Diego. I'm going to just call him Diego and the other one Fernando. As we see Los Matadores tag in Fernando here. As you see a nice slap there. I believe the way the commentators would always tell which Matador was which was Fernando was the taller one. I believe Fernando here is the taller one. As you see a big counter there by Santino, getting Fernando into the corner here when a tag team maneuver coming in from Santino and El Torito. Nice double hip toss as both of these guys with a lot of fair amount of athleticism, especially El Torito. El Torito, one of those guys, can always bounce all around the ring. Nice moonsault, standing moonsault right into the center of the ring here. He gets a headlock applied to Fernando, his good friend here. You gotta wonder why El Torito would go off against his own good friends here. To see him do a combination here with the ropes and a big knee to the throat of Fernando. Fernando gonna get picked up here by El Torito. He goes for perhaps a big maneuver here, drag him into the center of the ring. Head drag, takedown, as he does a nice move there, sending Fernando down to the mat. Fernando trying to run over to his tag team partner, getting Diego into the center of the ring. As we see both of the two of them next to each other. I'm just going to keep it consistent and call him Diego. As we see a nice kick from the lower back there. As we get another series of kicks here from El Torito. You could put a label on their butts between Fernando and Diego, as they used to have when they were Primo and Epico. They would have the P and E on their outfits. That is how you would usually tell the difference between them. When I had them last year, you see a nice arm drag takedown from El Torito onto Diego here as he gets him dragged in the middle of the ring. Head drag takedown, little kick to the lower back from El Torito. Been doing a lot of damage to the Los Matadores now. As he might go for a little gore here. No, not quite, as he's not able to get that going. Diego with a nice suplex with a lot of verticality to that. Especially with El Torito so light, as we can get a lot of power moves and throwing him around the ring that these guys normally do. As you see those jumping elbows right to the heart of El Torito. Good friend of his. Gonna try and get the win here tonight, though. A lot of tag teams doing very well here at SmackDown. Of course, the Usos, the tag team champions here on SmackDown. We have the Rhodes Brothers, both of which still in the March Madness tournament for that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Nice Hurricane Rana DDT as we see him get put up against the mat, and he goes for the pin here, but it was a rope break, though. Those feet were below the ropes. El Torito not able to get the pinfall, but that rolling kick might be able to do enough damage. Torito looks like he might be looking for something big here. So he picks up Diego, headlock applied, head drag takedown, powerbomb, or Hurricane Rana. He goes to the pin on Diego. 1, 2. Only a 1 count as he's able to kick out. Fernando not even trying to come in and save his tag partner here, but he's going to run over and try and tag in Fernando. Fernando now able to get himself back into the ring. As we've got a Irish whip here and a nice knee to the gut. Springboard splash right onto El Torito. He'll go for a pin off of that. No, he still knows that he's got to do a bunch of damage to El Torito to do enough to get a pinfall here tonight. Now these guys, of course, Torito and Santino, the only first night that they've actually tagged together. Last week they were opponents here on SmackDown. As we see a Tree of Woe coming into effect by Fernando here, as he's now going to put the boot to the face of his good friend El Torito and setting him down on the mat. A lot of this match has been El Torito against the Los Matadores. As we see him pick up El Torito here. He's going to send him into the corner here. Perhaps a tag team maneuver coming in from Los Matadores. They make the tag. He's going to come in now. Nice Irish whip, drop toe hold into an elbow into the back. As we see him turn over El Torito. It looks like Diego's not paying attention. He didn't notice Santino come into the ring and interrupt that pin. I believe I've gotten them mixed up at this point once again, but Diego very tired on the outside. As we see a headlock applied. Nice vertical suplex, a little bit of delay there. Once again, the lightness of El Torito allowing for some big power moves, even from these luchador-type wrestlers. Big strike to the face, taking him out to the outside. And El Torito now coming out to the announce table area here. Gonna get attacked by both Matadores. Actually just getting sent into the middle of the ring here. Elbow to the face of El Torito as the legal men get back into the ring here. Actually a springboard splash onto the back of El Torito. He didn't quite get all of that. It seemed he took a bit of damage himself, of course. With high-risk maneuvers like that, you're going to get that. He's going to go up to the top rope here. What's he looking for here? He's looking for nothing as he drops down off that top rope and now gets a shoulder into the back of El Torito. El Torito able to grab him for an Irish whip into the corner here. Perhaps going to tag in Santino Morello, the very fresh Santino Morello, going to go for a tag team maneuver here as these two brand new tag partners with a double chop, shoulder block taking him down, as we see a bit of an interruption here as El Torito slowly making his way back to his corner. Low clothesline taking out Fernando here as we get an Irish whip countered by Fernando into the corner here as he's going to take him and drive him into that steel post. Will he do a couple of stomps here? Gets that boot against the throat of Santino Morello. What will be up next for this tag team as we see Fernando sent to the corner? Will we see another tag team maneuver here? No. Santino setting him up against the rope and do that sailor's headbutt that he likes, and he's going to turn over El Torito in the middle of the ring. Going to try and stop this interruption, but not quite enough room as Fernando actually injures the ref as well. This ref is holding his head there as Diego slowly getting up. It looks like Santino's looking for that Cobra here. Punch to the face. Going to go into those tights. Grab the Cobra. Applies it. He's going to turn it up. Ready for that strike. The Cobra right to the face of Fernando. Will he be able to get the pin here? He goes for the pin. Ref slow to count one. Only one count as Diego now with a head drag takedown. Nice maneuver there as a couple of series of punches. Little surfboard there from El Torito as he now gets a pin here. As he goes for the pin here, one. As Diego interrupts once again. El Torito now. Oh my. That's Diego with Fernando with a nice Hurricane Rana DDT onto Santino Morello. Will he get the pin here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought that was a 3 count. Santino able to kick out just right before, though, as the Los Matadores look to get the fresh man in. Don't want the guy who got bit by the Cobra still in this match against Santino Morello. Tag team maneuver in the corner, possibly no. Countered by Santino Morello as he gets a nice kick to the face as he sends Santino into the corner once again. Once again, another counter there by Santino as you see that chop trying to come in. Once again, Los Matadores, third time is the charm as they get that tag team maneuver once again. Drop toe hold into the lower back elbow of Santino Morello, and another one for good measure as you now see him going to pick up Santino Morello. Both of the Matadors very tired here. He's going to go for a nice back suplex. Ref looking intently at Los Matadors as he goes for the pin here. One. Only a 1 count as Santino quickly kicking out even after that onslaught of offense from Los Matadores. Perhaps it was a rope break here as you see a headlock applied. Going to drag Santino in the middle of the ring. Go for a nice combination to send him down. It looks like both of them are just knocked out in the middle of the ring. Actually, Santino with more energy than Diego here. As you get a hot tag coming in from El Torito here. He's going to bring himself back in the ring, taking out Diego, taking out Fernando, taking out both of his tag team partners. Will Los Matadores have their number? Not quite, as we get a counter there from Fernando. He's going to take out Santino Morello, and he's actually going to do a big splash out to the outside, just throwing himself onto Santino Morello. As we see a splash from El Torito as well. These guys high flyers indeed. As the headlock applied out on the outside, stopped by Santino Morello, saving his temporary tag team partner here in El Torito. As this has been a huge matchup between these combatants. Big elbow to the face, sending Fernando back into the ring. As you see El Torito getting himself back in as well. These guys setting back up that wheelbarrow kick missing, and we get a tag back in. Diego now in the ring. Nice wheelbarrow kick. I believe this is Diego in the center of the ring. As I said, he is the shorter one of the two. As I've lost track of who I was originally labeling as who was who. And El Torito sent in the corner here. Counter by Torito. As he now gonna do a nice arm drag, springboard, flip, arm drag, takedown. Big lucha maneuver here by El Torito. We might go for a pinning maneuver here. Eyeing something here. He slowly sees Diego get up here. A kick countered by Diego. Leg drag. Takedown by Diego. As now a big splash once again to El Torito. Those have been coming in. Springboard splashes from a lot of these guys. Big kick to the gut. As you see a nice double knees to the back there. The backbreaker there, destroying El Torito, who looks very knocked out here. Will he have enough energy to go for the pin here? He goes for the pin now as Santino brings himself into the ring. The feet were under the ropes though, and that rope break allowing El Torito to be saved in this matchup. So some kicks to the lower back here, and another elbow to the lower back of El Torito. Going to weaken those high-flying moves perhaps, make it a bit more sore. No springboard splashes for him, but we got a tilt-a-whirl DDT very close to the corner of Los Matadores. Might be hard to get a pin here, but the ref very slow. Only one count as Fernando able to interrupt that pin. El Torito stalking Diego here, as you see a nice reverse suplex, sending him down to the mat. He's in the center of the ring. This might be one of his good opportunities, but he picks up Diego once again. He might go for another opportunity here. Gonna whip him up into the opposite corner as he goes for a tag maneuver with Santino perhaps. Yes, the tag maneuvers from these brand new tag partners, El Torito and Santino Morello. The Snake and the Bull. As you see a low clothesline by Santino Morello. El Torito looks absolutely devastated here as he goes for the pin onto Diego. Only a 1 count, as I'm not sure if that was an interruption. The crowd is going wild here as they see big maneuvers coming in. It looked like Santino was going to go for the Cobra once again, but there was a counter there from Diego. Fernando now getting a strike of his own as he sends him into the corner. Will this be a tag team maneuver by Los Matadores? He sends Santino into the corner here. Fernando giving his tag team partner some room to work as Santino slowly gets off the ring. He's now going to turn around the back of Santino. Actually going to whip him into that corner once again. As now he goes for a tag team maneuver with his tag team partner. Going to whip him around the ropes. Going to drop to hold into that lower elbow. Into the back of Santino Morello. This is the second time that's been applied to him at least. As he gets whipped around. Santino able to counter there. He's now going to bring him back into the ring. And now goes for the pin onto Los Matadores. 1, 2, 3. Santino and El Torito win over Los Matadores.
He scores the victory for his team. He may have picked up the win, but I think he's more concerned about himself looking good instead of his team. His partner's definitely not happy about how that match went down.
Here we have the second Falls Count Anywhere match of the night, the last, also with the title holder Brie Bella versus AJ Lee. This is Jimmy Uso versus Bad News Barrett. Armbar applied by Barrett. Barrett actually had an unfortunate loss last week to Big E Langston. Big E, actually one of the lowest members on the card here on SmackDown, has not had a good series of wins. That was a big victory for him last week. You saw his tag team partner Kofi Kingston win over David Otunga earlier on in the March Madness tournament earlier tonight. You see a couple of big strikes from Wade Barrett to the face of Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso, of course, one half of the tag team champions here on SmackDown. As you saw some tag team competition earlier tonight. Perhaps a new tag team forming, or perhaps not, as Santino Morello and El Torito having a bit of a quarrel right before this matchup, as you see big strikes to the face of Jimmy Uso. Wade Barrett looking for a nice pickup, but not able to get there as Jimmy countered there as they now tie up in the center of the ring. Wade Barrett with a big amount of strength is pushing Jimmy away as you see him tie up once again. Belly to belly. Nice move by Wade Barrett. The amount of strength behind him, a lot more than Jimmy Uso. Although Jimmy can get some huge elevations on those Samoan drops. We saw the 2013 versions of the Usos face off against the Ascension on NXT this week as they made their premiere. As you see a nice slam from Wade Barrett's spinebuster rollout. As he's going to pick up Jimmy. Not able to get there. The Ascension unfortunately lost their matchup on NXT. NXT building up towards the pay-per-view at the end of this week. Extreme Rules going to be featuring the NXT Championship and the crowning of the European Championship for main event, Saturday night's main event. You see a big turnaround here. Nice spine buster like maneuver once again by Wade Barrett. As you see Wasteland coming in from Wade Barrett. Will this be the end of Jimmy Uso here, the Intercontinental Champion? 1, 2, only a 2 count as Jimmy Uso able to kick out here. Jimmy Uso was watching on last week as Wade Barrett lost against Big E Langston. Did he not learn from Big E how to beat Wade Barrett? As Wade Barrett still has his eyes set on this Intercontinental Championship. Headlock applied. He seems to grab the head of Jimmy Uso. Might be applying it to the corner here. Is Jimmy Uso able to counter? But actually gets slammed down on this concrete here as he goes for that spinebuster-like maneuver once again. Headlock applied as now he's going to drag Jimmy over. He's putting up against this barricade here. A couple of punches to the face. Serious punches to the face as he takes Jimmy Uso down onto the mat once again. The concrete. It looks like Jimmy is very dazed now. This is, of course, a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. So they are free to roam around this arena. As he's now got him against the steel post. That slamming of the face against the ring. So he goes to the pin here. 1, 2. Only a 2 count as Jimmy able to kick out here. Wade Barrett looks like he might be going for a weapon here. Of course, with Falls Count Anywhere, it actually also means that it is no disqualification. Grabbing a ladder as very apt for the Intercontinental Champion scene right now. They will be having a 7-man Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania 31 this year. As you see a nice pickup by Jimmy Uso, the Intercontinental Champion here in this universe. As he does a big headbutt, sending Wade Barrett against that ladder and actually stomping him into the ladder as well. Now a series of punches by Uso, now countered by Wade Barrett as he gets a punch of his own. Big elbow there. Looks like it took out Uso as he gets the pin on top of the ladder here. 1, 2, 3. That Wade Barrett gets that win with that big bull hammer elbow.
Here is your winner, Wade Barrett.
Absolutely amazing.
We knew he felt he had to win this one tonight.
I mean, there's absolutely no way to underscore how big this victory is. Perhaps the biggest in his life.